Stop being afraid of going all in. Stop being afraid of dropping everything, burning all your bridges, and not giving yourself another choice. Start that damn business and make it work. I wake up at 5 a.m. every morning. I make my morning coffee, have my pre-workout meal, and by 6 a.m., after reading a self-development book, I'm at the gym. At the gym, I do my weights, I do my cardio, I work out hard, and then I get back home just before 8 a.m, which is when I make another coffee and start my work. Sometimes I get home at 8 p.m. and I'll be working all the way until 9:30 p.m. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that it's all focused work, that it's very efficient. I do take maybe 1 or 2 breaks in the middle, but I'm working for a lot of my day right now. Obviously, online business gives you the freedom to work however you want, choose your own schedule. Right now, I'm choosing to work hard to get my business to the next level. Now, I used to watch people like these masculinity YouTubers on YouTube and Instagram and all these influencers. And I remember them describing their morning routine and them describing something similar to what I'm doing right now. Back then, I wasn't nearly as disciplined. Even after I grew my channel and I had thousands of subscribers and I was earning a decent chunk of money online. Even back then, I was listening to these people and I was thinking, that sounds miserable. It sounds like I would hate myself and hate my life if I did that. I'm never going to get to the next level because I'm not willing to do that, whatever. I thought I would be depressed by doing this. And if you're in this stage, I know how it feels, because even back before I started my first online business, I used to just sit there in my room playing my games, depressed as shit, because I knew I had to make something happen, but I just couldn't bring it out of myself to do this damn work, because every time I thought about doing the work, I felt this massive surge of pain, and it made me go back right into my game to mask that pain. But the thing is, there is another side to it. Right now, you're intimidated. You don't want to take that jump. But when you do, all of that pain goes away immediately. Give it like 1 or 2 days, and you won't be anxious and depressed about your future anymore. You will actually be proud of yourself. And you'll find that as you make that leap and you start doing this and you put more and more things into your schedule and you start becoming successful, that actually this stuff is not so bad after all. Right now, I love my life. I really enjoy my daily schedule. And actually, I think we suffer more in our heads than we do in reality. If you think about it, it's not the work that's the hard part. It's what happens in your head before you do the work that's the hard part. When I was about to sit down and record this video, I was thinking, oh, what if I mess up my words again? What if I say this thing wrong? What if I have to re-record some lines? What if I come across weird on camera? All this pain happens in my head, but all I'm doing is sitting down and talking to a camera. When I'm actually doing this, I'm in the process of doing this right now, I am not in any pain whatsoever. In fact, I'm happy because after this video is done, I can move on with my task list and I can finish it sooner. So get this in your head. The grind, this big thing that people describe, it's not even that difficult. It's what goes on in your head before you start the work. That's the difficult part. What you're actually doing when you're working, I mean, even if you're at the gym, you're just doing a few reps of a weight, then I go home and I write some words on my screen, then I go on a call and I talk to someone. It's really not that difficult to actually do the tasks, but it's what your head thinks about the task that makes it difficult. Back when I worked my 9 to 5, I used to leave my house at 6 a.m. and I had this long, tedious day, 2 hours on the train, 9 hours at work, 2 hours back, and I used to come back at 7 p.m. Sometimes on a bad day when the trains were bad, 8 p.m. I basically spent the entire day for like 50, 60 pounds. That would be all I earned because I was on basically minimum wage. I was depressed at the end of that, but realize that if you're working for yourself, it's different. Right now, at the end of a long day, instead of being drained, I'm hyped. I'm proud of myself. I know just how much I've contributed to my success today. And I'm excited to start it all again the next day. When you work for yourself and not for a shitty manager that tells you what to do, you tell yourself what to do, it's different. Everything takes on a different texture. The flavor of the work that you do is different. When you type up a letter for your boss, you're doing it for your boss. But when you know you're doing it for yourself, there's this, it just feels different. I don't know how to explain it until you start your own business. And obviously, I know I said I'm working quite a lot right now, but these periods, they're quite rare. They happen to me about once a year. It's a couple of weeks when I'm really just pushing to the next level. And then for the rest of the year, I'm working like 4 to 5 hours per day, but I could work as little as 2 or 3 hours if I wanted to. Once you get past these mental blocks and actually start your own business, you realize that this stuff is easier than what your job is right now. Right now, you might be going in for 4 or 5 hours to your, if you have a part-time job, 8 hours. If you have a full-time job, this stuff takes less time. It's easier to do than your 9-to-5 job. The problem is you don't have someone telling you what to do, so you need to develop that discipline for yourself. You need that consistency, because consistency and force over a long period of time, even if you're doing the complete wrong things, you will eventually reach success with that. So when there's no one telling you what to do, you need to develop that discipline to tell yourself what to do. And that comes from just starting to do it. Right now, I don't actually need to make this video. I have enough people booking calls on my calendar for me to completely just skip this video. But one, I want to show up for my people. And two, I've become so consistent with posting on a Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday that not getting a video out today, the concept of that is just so painful in my head that I have to record something today and give you some value. Once you start and gain that consistency, it's going to be so difficult for you to stop. So if you're willing to work hard, click the link below and book a call with me. And I promise you that within a few months, you will be handing in your 2-week notice to your job. See you next video.